welcome back to Episcopal High School in the Humble Bowl.
Welcome back to Bryant Field.
We're
live from Bocock Wrestling Cage.
I'm ready for this game. Oh, so shot
wow.
scores!
Here it goes up, man. Puts it down.
He's going for the win. That kid is not getting up.
Wow. Takes it almost 60 yards. Oh, man.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, what a shot that child did.
She is really a dominant player. To Winnie, another goal.
Another great one from Winnie Hughes.
Swing and a miss, strike and a miss, swing and a miss.
She's going to put a shot up over the head, and she scores! Puts the soccer team on top in the second period of overtime. Back it over to goal! The kid does it. The Maroon getting really fired up, and I can help to get fired up too, Charles.
We're going to need this. We need this energy today.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first round of the ISL playoffs where the Maroon take on the Saints in the Ainsley Gym. I'm going to pass it down to Julia to give you a sideline report.
This is a critical game for the Maroon. Unfortunately missing one of their star players, Genesis Villegas. She led the team in assists, rebounds, steals, field goal percentage, and blocks. This is a critical loss for the Maroon. She was the primary ball handler, the leading rebounder, the steals leader, and she was the first option and the late clock option. So the clutch player and the leader on the court is missing for the Maroon. This means they're going to have to shift their offense and defense, which could critically shake up their abilities to win this game, even though they come in heavily favored. They're 5-1 in the division. What do you think of that, Brady?
I think the Maroon are looking strong here in the warm-ups, and I think it's not too big of a task for them to take on this strong Saints team, even without Genesis. And I think we're looking good here, warming up, and looking fast and strong, and looking like we're ready for the game.
So the offense is going to have to make a few adjustments. The ball movement must replace individual creation, because that's what Genesis was known for, creating things out of one possession that only goes through her. You have to run more high screens for a cover, use more backdoor cuts, and the defense will definitely overplay that. The St. Stephen's has shown a tendency to overplay their defense. You have to emphasize paint touches before jumpers and protect the ball. Genesis was critical when preventing turnovers and getting turnovers. Turnovers will be fatal in this game. If possessions get sloppy, this will become a four-quarter game, and Episcopal needs to knock out the Saints within the first two, especially because their depth is very, very shallow today, missing 3 players. And then on defense, they're going to need to up their steal pressure, their rebounding security, and on-ball stopper. So consider more zone to protect the foul trouble. 5 crash, no leaking out. They cannot afford to leak out any players, and they need to limit second chance points at all costs today.
I agree, Jay. I think whoever takes the lead early will end up taking this one home.
100%. The Saints are going to shift their strategy as well. Without Genesis on the floor, they're going to have to slow the game down and make Dixon work her way through the screens. They're going to attack the glass relentlessly and try and get as many second chance points as possible. That's their biggest advantage in this game. 45 seconds till tip-off. And the Maroon come out fired up.
Here come the Maroon, looking fired up for the game. Strong display of energy and effort compared to this quiet Saints huddle.
That is true. Genesis making her way over on crutches, unfortunately. She will have an MRI come tomorrow, looking for just a bone bruise. Another member of the injured squad, AP, got her MRI today. Unknown the results of that. 10 seconds remaining until tip-off. And I'm sure many students will make their way over after their afternoon option ends momentarily.
Saints introduction's about to start.
So as St. Stephen's and Agnes player introductions get underway, the playoff picture is this is the quarterfinals. Episcopal facing St. Stephen's and Agnes. They will play the winner of the quarterfinals at Madeira versus Holton Arms. Then they will move on to the semifinals, assumingly that Madeira wins. Episcopal will host, and then the championship will be on February 22nd at 1 p.m. either facing Stone Ridge or National Cathedral. That will certainly be an exciting matchup. As the boys yesterday faced off against Bullis and will now be facing Georgetown Prep in the IAC Championship Finals at Prep on Saturday.
You can see them practicing from here. Looks like they're having a strong practice, and they're looking to continue a good start to their season. Episcopal introductions getting started now.
Kincaid Goodwin filling in as a big. Maddie Martinez. Each player on this offense shifted in at least one position to fill in for Genesis. Looks like we're going to have Nisha as the point guard filling in for Genesis here. Number 5.
Here comes Anya Everett, strong senior player.
Underrated member of the squad. Definitely going to have to step up today in order to keep the Maroon in front. Cover Dixon, the main points per game scorer, a key part of this offense and defense. Going to need to see a lot out of her today.
Saints going to be looking to try to take her away, as she's going to be the main point scorer for the Maroon.
That is true, as the teams settle in their final huddle before the start of the first quarter. Reminder, no backcourt violations and no 10-second rule to get across the half-court line in ISO play. A unique rule in this league. Saints break down.
Looks from the huddle, the Saints have a few injured players of their own.
This is true, however, their depth is much bigger than the Maroon, with looks to be a whole squad worth of bench players, and the Maroon sitting with only 3 at the moment.
Here we go for the tip. Anya taking on Ali Klebot.
Full crew of refs.
Here we go, giving it right to Nisha. Drives down the court. Here we go, passing to Maddie. Maddie dribbles it out. Give it to Kincaid, down under. Back out to Maddie, strong dribble there. Goes up and right in. Great start for the Maroon.
That's certainly what the Maroon want to see. They're opening up with a press, trying to put the pressure on St. Stephen's as they begin this game.
I like that strong start for the Maroon. Pressured the Saints, tried to force a turnover. Here we go. Anya playing some strong defense here. Saints slowing it down a little bit. Tatum Spencer with the ball.
St. Stephen's with their first foul of the game. Turning it over to the Maroon. Nisha bringing it up.
Giving it to Anya here on the elbow. And right to Maddie.
Excellent
Sets it in for
teamwork.
an easy layup.
Cutting up that zone that the St. Stephen's has tried to impose on the Maroon.
Easy turnover, and here comes Cover. Easy layup. Great start for the Maroon.
That's definitely what the Maroon want to see coming at the beginning of this game as they take a 6-0 lead. Another foul on St. Stephen's. She'll
Substitution here.
Number 2 for the Saints coming out. Kincaid Goodwin coming out. Coming in for Kincaid is Vicky Apia.
And number 13, Mackenzie Allen, coming in for the Saints. Here comes Nisha, strong dribble, looking for a pass, and Anya on the elbow, gives it to Maddie. Saints get the rebound. Strong press.
Cover fights for the ball there. That'll be a jump ball that'll go towards St. Stephen's.
Another turnover. It's getting gritty here early. Ooh, great rebound by Vicky Apia there. Gives it out to Maddie. 3. Foul there against Cover Dixon. Saints ball.
Unsure what the violation there was. Could be stepping over the line on the inbound, but Cover will take the inbound for the Maroon.
Cover in charge of the inbound play. Pass it out to Nisha Roy. Wide open. Drives in. Gives it out to Anya in the corner. Here we go. Nisha driving in. Right to Cover. Looking for someone to get open. Here comes Maddie. Ooh. Takes her.
Miscommunication there for number 15. Oh, and the Episcopal Maroon forcing a press and almost a turnover there. 13 brings it down.
Gonna have to get back on defense quickly here. Try to shoot the 3. Strong rebound by Maddie there.
Saints player looks to be injured in the other paint.
Had a big collision with Vicky Apia. Here comes Maddie. Strong rebound by Vicky Apia there. And another one by Maddie. Right in.
The Maroon are just bullying the Saints down low. And it looks like number 31 for the Saints is injured and might have to come out of this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, so far, Jay, I think about 6 of the Maroons' points or so far have been on the same play.
Yeah, I agree. It's been straight turnovers for the Maroon. St. Stephen's unable to get down on the offensive side of the ball. They really just have squandered every single possession they have. And I'm sure that's what their coach is talking to them about right now. They really need to break this press, and I don't know how they're going to do it. I mean, their weapon, their big down low, was just injured there. I don't know if she's going to be able to continue to play. She definitely looked not like herself in that last possession there when the Maroons scored.
She's looking a little distraught on the bench here as well. She'll come down towards the end of the bench, maybe get a little help here.
One of the Maroon trainers are making their way over right now. Miss Kathy.
The GOAT.
One of the best to ever do it.
Here we go, a little different approach for breaking the press here for the Saints. Giving it to number 20, Sabrina Kana. Shot here from Sabrina. Cover, strong start here. Saints rush to get back on defense, giving it to Nisha up top. Strong play caller for the Maroon. Here we go, Maddie driving it down low, giving it to Cover on the outside. 3-ball. Oh, almost in.
One of the first rebounds for St. Stephen's in this game, and it's poked out by Nisha. That'll stay with the Saints, though.
Great defensive play, though. I think that the Saints were off to a strong run there, and that was the best thing you could do in that situation.
Definitely killed their momentum on that fast break-ish kind of play there. Still no points on the board for St. Stephen's, although the commentator's curse might change that.
Maddie on some strong defense here, reaching out. Ooh, pressure almost got to her. Now she's stuck. Oh, travel. Great defense there by Maddie and Anya combining to force the travel.
And the Saints could just get nothing going as the Maroons sub in Nancy Chung. 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And Nisha will bring the ball up for the Maroon.
And the replacement big for St. Stephen's is Mayrin McGukin, number 33. Giving it to Nisha up top, looking to create some offense here. Giving it to Maddie. One mistake there. Nisha on the strong dribble. Looking to give it to Maddie. Maddie dribbles inside. Looking for someone to be open. Ooh, kind of forced the shot there. Saints with the rebound. Great defense there by Anya Everett, and she's running down. Looking to get the easy layup. Denied there by number 33. Giving it to Maddie back up top. Back down to Anya. Here we go, looking for Nisha Roy. A little give and go there. Ooh, good defense there by number 13 for the Saints. Maddie wide open. Just off.
The Maroon really missed an opportunity on that previous possession. Anya Everett was wide open from the 3 before that steal. Missed some points there.
Great hustle, though, by the Maroon getting back on defense there. Oh, almost in for the first points for the Saints. That was number 10, Charlene Knott. Oh, miscommunication there. Looking a little bit rushed by the Maroon on that possession. They need to slow it down a little bit. They're already up by 8. Need to control the game and play their game the right way.
100%. Coach Reed slightly frustrated on that call there, or on that miscommunication, sorry. Continuing on the tradition of wearing heels on the sideline. Interesting when on the court. Don't know how mobility works in that, but she proceeds to do it nonetheless. Also, the Maroon are probably going to look to break their scoring drought. They haven't scored in about 2 minutes. It's been a dry game so far.
Big substitution there for the Maroon as well. Kincaid and Cover coming in. Anya with the fast break down the court, looking for the layup. Right in. And the and one. Big and one there for Everett. Nothing can stop her.
That's crucial for the Maroon as they'll have an opportunity to bring it to an 11-point lead within the first quarter. With 3 minutes remaining, 2 minutes and 59 to be exact, St. Stephen's still has not scored a single point.
Here we go. We got one foul shot here for Everett. It's just off. And here we have Berto Bloodworth walking down the sideline. Major star for the boys varsity basketball team.
100% we'll see more of him at the prep game. One of the primary ball handlers. A little bit of miscommunication on whose ball is it. St. Stephen's on defense here. Cover looking to inbound the ball.
Ooh, Kincaid using some force there to get Nancy Chung open. Big 3 from Cover. Just off. Ooh, good dribble but there by 13. Giving it out to 33.
Looking for something beyond the arc. Anything, really, for St. Stephen's.
They just need to get on the board, Jay. I agree. Ooh, great deflection there by Nisha. Turned over to Everett. Strong dribble down the right side of the court.
Nisha denies them of that chance. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. The Maroon slowing it down here, calling a play. Possibly going to look to get Anya open, or maybe Nisha again.
Here we go. We got Kincaid up top looking to get the ball. Giving it to Cover on the elbow. Ooh, wow. That's aggressive in play there by the Saints. Putting Cover on the floor.
100%, but that's something they have to do now to close in on this lead. It's 10 points. Still haven't scored a single time, and 2 minutes remain here. The Maroons still with their press. They got a man open.
Oh, and number 31, Nadia Chebinu, back in the game for the Saints after her injury earlier this quarter.
That's 100% true, and she will definitely, hopefully, make a change for St. Stephen's. Possibly score their first points of this game.
The Maroon are looking strong, even though we were initially a little worried with Genesis Villegas' absence, but the Maroon are still looking strong, putting up great offense and defense.
I mean, we are seeing the Maroon dominate on both sides of the ball here. An example of that right there with Cover batting that ball out of bounds on the inbound play.
I agree. I think this game could really get out of hand if the Maroons slow it down a little bit more on offense and generate some more scoring plays.
100%. Miss Reed taking a timeout here. Probably giving her players a little bit of a rest as smaller bench for the Maroon. They're going to need to rest their legs and make sure they definitely slow this game down, not only to score more points, but to also leave room for their players to catch their breath. You know, endurance is going to be one of those factors in this game, and they could have a 20-point lead starting in the second half, but if they lose their endurance at the end of the third and it becomes a 10-point game, it could easily become a 10-point game in the opposite direction, and St. Stephen's could win this game.
Totally agree with you, Jay. I think that the Saints are also taking advantage of their numbers advantage and substituting regularly.
100%, a minute 54 remaining. What can the Saints do at the end of this first quarter?
Looking like the Saints are trying out a too-big approach with number 31 and number 33 both in. Maybe that'll generate the points that they so desperately need.
Episcopal countering with a 2-3 zone, protecting the lower part of the court.
Looks like they might even be running a 2-3 trap as Maddie and Vicky are getting aggressive there on the left side of the court.
Seems to be working. No open shot for
Saints under
Stevens.
pressure. Number 33 has it, giving it to 31. Shot. Oh, and it's good. Wow, first points of the game for St. Stephen's scored by number 10, Charlene Knott.
That's definitely a momentum shift they want at the end of this quarter. Let's see how the Maroon can respond.
Ooh. Wide open under the hoop for Nancy Chung. Easily puts it up and in.
And that completely erases all the work that St. Stephen's just did there. Although those 2 points definitely undoubtedly give them a little bit of a
Whoa! And another 2 there for Charlene Knott, the junior coming off the bench.
And I have to wonder, where was she this entire first quarter? Why leave her on the bench?
I totally agree. She's their star so far, only one that's been able to put up any amount of points. Maddie gets fouled there.
The Maroon have been able to spread the love across all players in the starting 5 when it comes to scoring. But St. Stephen's doesn't really have much to share, and all of that is on one player. Also, with 4 fouls in this first quarter, reaching the bonus coming the end. They really need to tighten up on those fouls.
Here's Maddie, made the first. Let's see if she can make the second. Saints substituting number 33 for number 12, Ali Kleeblatt. Wow, 2 for 2 there for Maddie Martinez. She's dialed in.
The Maroon now 66% from the strip.
Maroon getting aggressive there on the press.
Trying to deny St. Stephen's of any opportunity of scoring come the end of this first quarter. They do not need any more points than they have right now.
Nisha on the inbound here. Looks like they might try to get it to Anya. Coming out up top. Ooh, wow. Aggressive there by Anya.
Anya bullies that St. Stephen's player number 13 into getting the ball back, but she double dribbles, unfortunately. That'll be Saints' ball on their half the court.
Point guard number 20, Sabrina Kana here up top with the ball, looking to take Maddie Martinez Oh, and goes off the side of the hoop there. Foul called on Maddie Martinez. Questionable.
Don't really have the best angle from up here. Let's see if she can make these foul shots and cut the lead down to 9. The Maroon student section slowly filling up as the game goes on. Lead down to 9 for the Maroon. Nisha with the ball now.
A lot of basketball players over there in the student section for Episcopal. Major win for them yesterday. It was electric.
Gym was packed with students, parents, and teachers.
Maddie Martinez in the corner with the ball here, looking for someone to get open, just needs a little bit of help. Back to Maddie here. Jumper just went off the side a little bit there. And Saints just ran out of time there. They're looking to create maybe one last play. Clock didn't work in their favor.
Number 20 for the Saints, frustrated at the end of that quarter. 14-5. The Maroon lead by 9. 1 minute intermission between the first two quarters. And St. Stephen's really has to lock it on all sides of the ball. They have to get their rebounds. They need to start to make their shots. They have only made 2 shots from the field and 1 from the line, which is not great. And it is 14-5. They've been dominated on the offensive side of the ball as well. They've been giving up a lot of second chance points. So if I was the coach for St. Stephen's right now, I'd say really tighten up on the rebounding and the defense. Just try to hold the ball as much as possible, because if the Maroon aren't scoring, then the deficit is not increasing. And even if the shot percentage stays the same, if you still have the ball, the Maroon, slowly but surely, you will close on the Maroons' lead, and that'll lead to a closer game.
I agree. The Saints need to create some major opportunities for their offense here. Getting some leadership from point guard and senior number 20, Sabrina Kana, here on the bench, giving them some words of hype and advice. Here we have number 2 coming in for the Saints. That's senior Nahima Goin. And
will be with the starting 5 for the Maroon, except for 1 substitution. 24, Vicky Apia coming in for the Maroon.
Though, Jay, I've got to say, it seems like the Saints are missing their star player so far, number 10, Charlie Knott, their only point scorer.
Questionable play from St. Stephen's. Certainly. Let's see if they can get some points here on this possession, though. No, they cannot.
Great turnover there by Vicky Apia. Nisha Roy dribbling it down the court with presence.
Looking for an open play, backdoor cut from Anya.
Oh, good defense there by the Saints, but not too good. Maroon got the ball back. 3 from Anya there, almost went in. Great defense there by Anya.
That's one of the rebounds that they needed to get at St. Stephen's. Looking for points here in this possession. Slowing it down. Kincaid, heavy mismatch up top.
Anya showing some of her grit there. Oh, shot up. Missed. Rebound there by number 2, Nahima Goin. Looking to drive in, create some offense. Fouled there by Vicky Apia.
Substitute looking to come in for the Maroon.
Number 4, Cover Dixon.
Two shots to possibly bring the lead down to 7.
Made the first there. See if she can make the second. Just barely short.
8-point lead for the Maroon. This game has definitely tightened up just that little bit at the start of the second quarter. And it tightens up a little bit more. That's a 3 for St. Stephen's, breaking the ice from beyond the arc.
Now the Maroon only lead by 5. They're going to need to create some offense here to keep the distance.
100% to keep that gap. Although not a lot of movement. I want to see more cuts here from the Maroon offense. Get some open opportunities.
I agree, Jay. I'd like to see a lot more motion from the Maroon offense. They're having a little bit of trouble when they get the ball up top because they're not having that many open cutters.
Curious strategy from Miss Reed here. Pressing with such a limited bench.
And it works. Turnover there by Vicky Apia. Giving it to Nisha Roy. Maddie Martinez with the ball up top. Let's see if the Maroon can do something here. Give and go to Nisha. She's driving in. Through the legs of Anya.
And Anya and Nisha will laugh it off as they shift back into the press. If St. Stephen's could break this press, they could really open up this game. See what they can do.
Ooh, great deflection there by Anya, showing her grit. She is a UConn lacrosse commit.
Lacrosse season coming up. Starting in 1 week for ISL, starting right now for IAC. And speaking of spring sports, the first baseball game is within a week. See that one on EHS Live.
It's going to be a big spring for EHS Live and the sports media crew. Jay and I being your announcers.
Min and Julia Caulfield as well. 2 announcer teams. Exciting this spring. As the Maroon will get the ball here, 5 minutes and 58 seconds remaining, second quarter. The Maroon looking a little bit gassed as a result of that bench being limited. What can they do? Will they slow it down?
I agree. There's only 3 substitutes for the Maroon, Jay, or is that 4?
I believe it's 3. 3 at most. Injuries hitting the Maroon hard as Anya drives in. Tries to get
just off. Got her own rebound there by Anya. Ooh, Cover getting the ball. Open lane. Fouled.
The Maroon too quick and fast for St. Stephen's there. That'll cost them. A lot of breathing. Heavy breathing for the Maroon as Cover takes a break and will shoot 2 from the line.
And it really just shows you the disparity here. Only 8 people total on the bench for the Maroon.
Cover makes her first.
Miss Reed giving some words of inspiration there to Maddie and Nisha.
Could she be calling a play? Could she be shifting the defense? We don't know.
Ooh, great steal there by Cover, leaping up in the air. Giving it to Maddie, pass a little low. Looking for Nisha to come up. Nisha calling the play there, probably under the guise of Miss Reed. Big 3 from Cover, just short. Great rebound there by Vicky Apia. Ooh, getting a little handsy there with Anya, and she will be fouled.
Fouled and brought to the line. 2 easy points for the Maroon possibility. And St. Stephen's really needs to adjust their strategy there. That's one of the chances on rebounds that they should not have allowed in order to close this game up.
Student section is starting to get pretty big for the Episcopal crew.
100%, as I said earlier, afternoon options begin to end. More students show up in the gym, and that increases the pressure on St. Stephen's to perform as it gets louder and louder.
Speaking of which, here comes Connor Miles. Looks like there's a little bit of ice on his ankle, which is not good for the Maroon basketball boys team.
I did speak to him earlier this week. He has been suffering from shin splints, as I did during the football season. One of the things that is not very enjoyable on any athletic play. Although he has been playing through it as of late and has been completely fine, so wouldn't worry about that for Episcopal.
That's true. Jay and I do share a connection stronger than just being announcers. We both are members of the football team.
That'll be a turnover on St. Stephen's. Going to the Maroon, 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Sorry. Cover inbounding the ball. Giving it to Nisha, number 5. And substitutions for St. Stephen's.
Now we have a dog entering the game, one of the bigger I've ever seen.
Does not rival the size of Mr. Blair's dog last year, though, on Hummel.
It's true, I was very scared of his dog. Ooh, Nisha putting her defender on the floor there, giving it down low. Number 10 back in the game for the Saints, looking to create some offense as she did earlier in the first quarter.
Looking to do something here.
Shot up there for number 2. Ooh, aggressive play there, knocking number, can't see the number here, sorry, but knocking number 13 on the ground for the Saints. She looks a little shaken up.
We'll take an injury timeout. For number 13 on the Saints. Big collision there.
The Maroon looking pretty tired here. This could affect them in the long run. Going to need to have a strong recovery during halftime.
100%, 4 minutes going into halftime. A lot of water, a lot of electrolytes. Catch their breath. Look at some substitutions.
We have Maddie and Vicky coming in the game. I happen to say that Vicky is really being a student athlete today. I had a push with her earlier, and let me tell you, she was locked in on writing her paper.
Really? What is that paper about, B-Hop?
Well, it's a research paper, so it's kind of relative to each person. I don't happen to know the exact topic of Vicky's paper, but I can tell you that mine is about the invention of blood banks.
That certainly sounds exciting.
Really is. Research paper here, research paper season here at Episcopal. Serious time for everyone, full of stress.
100%. As we're back to the game here, Anya passing into Vicky, and
she just steps out.
Just steps out of bounds. Tricky outline of the court here with the black stripe. Kind of, there's a little bit of a court colored stripe there. It can be confusing to some players. Might have tripped her up a little bit there.
Definitely.
3 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in this half. St. Stephen's with the ball.
The Saints have taken out their starting point guard, number 20, Sabrina Kana, and it seems that they have replaced her with number 13, Mackenzie Allen. Oh, never mind. Number 20, Sabrina Kana, coming right back in the game. Jinxed myself.
100%. As Maddie Martinez takes the ball down, looking for some easy points. Could pass it off to Nancy Chung, but she'll slow it down and give it to Anya.
Anya here slowing down the game a little bit, looking to recover some energy for the Maroon. Giving it to Anya. Nancy Chung down low. Oh, nice recovery there. Giving it to Vicky Apia. Wow, strong.
Strong possession and shot from Vicky Apia there. As the Saints will get the ball back. But Vicky Apia with that amazing defense, looking for a shot here, looking for help.
Oh, she puts it up. Looks like she might have gotten fouled there.
Vicky Apia frustrated there about the no call. Miss Reed reassuring her. And Nisha Roy checking in. Maddie Martinez.
I must say, number 10 is really the MVP for the Saints in this game.
100%, scoring a majority of their points, fighting for rebounds, doing most of the work here for this team. So they'll take it down, open man, underneath, not anymore, triple team, and a steal for the Maroon.
Given right back though, unfortunately. Number 13 up top with the ball, looking to drive in on Kincaid. Kincaid too strong, knocks her on the floor. That shows you the grit of the Maroon. Oh, just off there from number 33. Vicky Apia wrestling with the ball.
Foul called on the Saints, and that'll be Episcopal ball. Once again, 4 fouls for the Saints as 2 minutes and 35 seconds remain in the half. Fouls on 33. Saints back to that big-on-big matchup and gets the steal away from Kincaid there. Looking for an open man on the press.
Again, I think that goes back to what we were touching on earlier, is the Maroon really just need to cut and get open. Here comes Anya, good steal by her. Steal for steal here. Nisha dribbling down fast, getting chased down by number 2. Maddie Martinez up top, giving it down to Vicky Apia. Put it right up, oh, just off. Kincaid wrestling for the ball there with number 33, Mayrin McGukin. Mackenzie Allen dribbling down the court, giving it over to number 31. Just rolls out of bounds there. Maroons subbing in Cobra Dixon.
You can definitely see how tired the Maroon are. Hands on their waists, bending over for air. You do not see the same thing on the St. Stephen's side, though. They've been able to rotate players in and out and off the bench. That's giving them a big advantage here in the second quarter.
I definitely agree with you, Jay. I think we'll see the lead start to dwindle down a little bit in the second half, especially if the Maroon don't start to create more scoring opportunities.
100%.
Especially with the Saints playing some strong defense here in the second quarter.
The loss of Genesis Villegas is definitely rearing its ugly head.
Number 15 there with the foul. That was pretty aggressive.
Been a pretty physical game as of late. It'll be foul shots as the Maroon are in the bonus.
Nisha with her first foul shot. The Maroon are dialed in on their foul shots. That just goes to show you the coaching abilities of Miss Reed and how dialed in she gets her players before the game.
Definitely a change from the beginning of the season where they missed several foul shots that cost them at the end of the game.
We'll say Miss Reed had a strong message for college athletes here earlier in our junior grade meeting, as she is the head of college athlete recruiting in the college counseling office, as well as being an English teacher.
One of my English teachers at my time at Episcopal.
She really is the GOAT.
Some could say so. As Nisha brings the ball down to the Maroon, looking for Anya. Anya's wide open in the corner.
No, not looking her way though. Cover looking over to Anya a little too late. Floater there, rebounded by Vicky Apia, giving it out to Nisha up top. Maddie Martinez wide open, goes for the shot. Oh, almost in there. Nisha driving down. Maddie open again, looking to maybe create another three opportunity. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Nisha driving around, giving it to Cover in the corner. Oh, try to get it down low to Vicky.
Little time left on the shot clock, 6 seconds. The Maroon are 0 for 4 from 3. Can they break the ice on this possession?
Here comes in freshman number 5, Caitlin Benway, her first time in the game, looking to make a mark.
Maroon, hard to press.
Number 20 for the Saints looking a little rattled there after getting met by Cover and Anya.
The referee mistakenly blows the whistle there on a backcourt violation. Does not exist in ISL play.
Everyone makes mistakes.
100%.
Caitlin Benway here, the freshman, giving it down to number 31. Oh, just forced out of her hands there by Vicky Apia. Strong defense there by Anya. She does it without any type of expression at all. She really is the definition of grit.
100% Kincaid Goodwin checking in, giving Cobra Dixon a break. 14.1 seconds remaining in the half. The Maroon look like they need a break. And 4 seconds left on the shot clock for St. Stephen's.
Oh, wow, major floater there, giving it the left hook by number 20, Sabrina Kana, her first points of the game. Ooh, wow, that would have been electric.
And St. Stephen's cuts the lead to 6 at the end of the half. We'll join you for the start of the third quarter in a few moments. We kind of tripped over each other, but that's fine. This is the first time we've talked together.
Welcome back to the first round of the ISL playoffs where the Maroon facing the Saints with the third quarter just starting. Got number 20 dribbling down the court here, getting into number 2. Kincaid playing some strong defense here. Great steal there by Cover. Fighting for the ball back there by number 31. This game is really getting gritty.
%. The Maroon have been able to bully the St. Stephen's, St. Agnes Saints legally. Unfortunately, St. Stephen's has not been able to match that energy legally as they commit their first foul of this half, with 10 total fouls in the first half, getting into the bonus before each quarter ended. That's cost them at least 3 points.
3-ball fouled there.
Number 31 on St. Stephen's. Second consecutive foul in the same possession. Opening up with 2 fouls on St. Stephen's. Frustrated with herself, showing that frustration. And Coach Reed is speaking with Kincaid right now.
Looks like she may have been frustrated with the call a little bit too, as just before that she was arguing with the ref down low. First shot goes in for Anya Everett there.
I believe this is a 3-shot foul. So she'll have 3 opportunities here to bring the lead up to 9.
Major mistake there by number 31 for the Saints.
She'll come out here to get a little bit of rest. And Kincaid will come out. Vicky Apia checking in. Cover leaving the paint as Anya missed her second. Now only an opportunity to bring it up to 8.
Saints player coming off the court here, claiming that she did not even touch her. Reminder, the announcers can hear you.
Frustration shows in all forms on the court.
Number 2 for the Saints here, inbounding the ball. Strong defense there by Nisho.
The press back for the Maroon.
You know, during halftime, Jay and I were discussing that part of the reason for the Maroons' lack of energy could be the fact that they've been pressing for both of the first quarters. 3-ball here by Anya, just off.
It has been effective, but I don't know if it's worth the cost of expending so much energy for defending the ball like that, even if they don't, you know, make up those opportunities. Like they've squandered both 3 opportunities there, and they make their 2 to bring the lead up to 9. But I just don't know if the energy input is worth the points output.
Easy up and in there for Everett. The Maroon have been strong here on defense all game. Oh, just off there for the Saints. That was a big opportunity. That was number 12, Ali Kleblot.
Anya jumps early to avoid the foul. Cover brings it down, passing out to Maddie, up to Nisha, looking for something.
Cover in the corner with the ball, giving it to Maddie up top. And there's a defense chant starting to break out in the gym here from the Saints parents and fans.
Shot clock winding down, shot, no good.
No good. She had to take the shot there, not really much other choice there for Everett. Big turnover there by Vicky and Cover, giving it to Anya. Whoa, major foul there. And number 15 for the Saints just doesn't seem to care at all. This game is really getting rough. Anya getting up unbothered, ready to make her foul shots, show 15 who the real boss is.
Definitely always a chippy matchup. Both of these teams share a hill less than a mile apart from one another.
With the strong Seminary Hill Cup matchup every year in the fall, where all girls fall sports compete against each other, and whoever wins the most amount of sports wins the Seminary Hill Cup.
I believe that the Maroon did take that one home for the 3rd or 4th year in a row.
That's correct.
Barely, though. The lead did close up this year. Definitely a good matchup in soccer and volleyball and JV volleyball.
We also beat them by 30 points in football, which is our 19th victory in a row.
Definitely a dominant matchup there, as that'll be a foul on Episcopal, sorry. 2 fouls for the Maroon, 3 fouls for St. Stephen's. Look at the ball under the basket here, spread out, look for them, and timeout called by St. Stephen's. They've kind of stayed stagnant in this third quarter here. 3 minutes in, I believe one or 2 points scored, and the Maroon have scored 3 or so. Definitely a defensive matchup today, with 20 seconds to discuss what she wants to do. Miss Reed probably emphasizing defense and ball control in order to keep, this game not close. I would say that she needs to control the ball as much as possible, use up as much time as possible, and do not give the St. Stephen's St. Agnes Saints an opportunity to score.
And I would say, just in terms of what we can see from up here, it definitely seems the Maroon have a strong coaching advantage with all the 4 coaches total, whereas the Saints only have 1 head coach who seems to be getting involved. It seems they do have some assistants, but they're not really getting that involved in motivation and game strategy.
100%. Episcopal with a strong coaching lineup. Head coach Katrina Reed, assistant coaches Sam Slack and Joe Reed, head of school Charlie Stillwell, and athletic director Jen Fitzpatrick, all playing parts in today's matchup.
And I think that really just shows you the love that Miss Reed and her husband have for the game. They both coach together as a duo. Miss Reed taking the lead, though.
100%. Miss Reed also runs a basketball camp in the summer at Episcopal. Fosters basketball skills for young women and girls on their way to college athletics.
Definitely a strong female role model in the Episcopal community.
Number 5, Nisha Roy, bringing it down. 4 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Not a lot of cutting from the Maroon. Anya with the ball.
Kincaid getting pressured up top, giving the ball to Anya on the elbow. Nisha bringing it over, getting double teamed. Getting the ball right back, though.
Ball is just tipped around there in that possession and knocked out by Nisha. That'll stay with St. Stephen's. Coach Reed did not like that call, though. Seemed to dispute it for a moment.
I'd really love to see the Saints give the ball to number 10 more, keep this game interesting. She's really their only source of offense so far.
100%. She scored a majority of their points in the first half and a majority of their points, or their only points, in the second. Curious to see why she was benched at the beginning of this game.
Ooh, big steal there from Nancy. Strong charge towards the hoop, and she'll be fouled.
She'll be fouled, going up for 2. She'll get 2 opportunities at the line with an opportunity to extend the lead to 11. Hasn't been like that since the first quarter in the opening minutes.
Seems as though number 31 was benched after her fouls.
Definitely a face of discontent. That could be a major loss. They're unable, St. Stephen's are unable to run their big on their double big matchup, which seemed to puncture the Maroons' defense and be a formidable force on offense. And Nancy Chung makes her second, 1 for 2, 50% from the line, as the Maroon extend their lead to 10.
Giving it to number 2 here for the Saints. Getting triple teamed there down in the corner. Giving it to number 10. Shots up. Surprised that one didn't go in. Strong, easy up and down for number 2 there, using the back glass.
Cuts the lead down to 8. What can Nisha do here? Strong defense from St. Stephen's. Out to Kincaid. Touched pass, saved by Kincaid. Looking in to Nancy Chung, double team. Knocked out. St. Stephen's ball.
And she'll be forced out there by the double team from Cover and Anya.
I think that'll be a foul called on the Maroon there for pushing her out of bounds. 3 fouls for the Maroon, 4 for St. Stephen's. Episcopal almost reaching the bonus once again before the quarter's end. St. Stephen's giving up 4 opportunities, 3 made, so 3 points off of bonus fouls.
Wow, great take there from number 10. Just wasn't the right angle.
100%. Faked out there by the lack of Maroon defense as they looked to close in, but then gave her space.
Ooh, a little bit of a push there from the defender on Cover. Giving it to Maddie Martinez, wide open, looking for her first three of the game. Bang!
And Maddie Martinez takes off the lid for the Maroon, their first three of this game, and it's now 24-13. The Maroon up by 11. And the ball.
Big steal there from Kincaid, giving it to Maddie down low. Ooh. Looks like that was she took the charge intentionally there.
Definitely a gritty play. Foul was called on her, however. Maddie Martinez will go to the line. 2 opportunities for points.
And the fouls are really plaguing the Saints here, I think. How many points do you think they've gotten just off fouls here, Jay?
Well, the Maroon are about 6 for 9, so that's 6 points. And then now that the Maroon are in the bonus, they'll probably be able to get a few more shots off, and it'll definitely play a factor in extending this lead as Maddie Martinez makes her second. So it's 25-13 now. The Maroon up by 12.
Here we have 3-star Maryland football commit Levi Babin rolling into the building. Big presence here for the Maroon. He was keeping me up last night with his guitar playing, recent new hobby of his.
I've also had the opportunity to enjoy his guitar playing. Heavenly Sounds.
Heavenly Sounds. He prefers a country type of tune, with his best tune being Take Me Home Country Road. Got a turnover here. Nisha Roy getting the ball down low. Saints running back on defense. We're going to just out of reach of Maddie Martinez, a little too down low.
Bounces off the hands of the Maroon. That'll go out of bounds. 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Possession towards the Maroon. And St. Stephen's with the ball. 33 checking out, 14 checking out, 12 checking in.
31 back in the game for the Saints after she got benched for a little while after committing 2 fouls in a row.
Second opportunity.
Big lob. Stolen by Cover.
Rainbow pass stolen. Shot opportunity, no good. Vicky P with the rebound. Back out to Maddie Martinez. Maddie Martinez driving in, easy 2, and it's good.
Nice floater there for Maddie Martinez. Love to see it.
27-13 now.
Great turnover there by Vicky Apia.
The ball just seems to come out of the St. Stephen's point guard's hands there as Kincaid gets the ball now looking for an open man, and it's tipped out, and that'll stay with the Maroon. 2 minutes remaining.
Miss Reed giving her troop some direction there as Anya gets subbed in for Cover.
Missing the floor general, as she calls Genesis, directing traffic. She might have to do more as a coach today with Genesis out.
Excuse me, Anya was subbed in for Nisha, not Cover will stay in the game.
Looking for Maddie Martinez here. Possibly drawing a play for Anya.
Diving for the ball there from Cover and gets stripped out by number 2. This is really some of the more grit I've seen in a basketball game.
100%. In ISL playoffs, it gets even more physical than it does in the regular season. It's one of the more physical leagues in Virginia for women's basketball. It's 27-13 here as we near the end of the third quarter. Timeout called by St. Stephen's. The Maroon with a valuable time to catch their breath. 1 minute timeout. Now, with the press still being in effect for the Maroon, I wonder, will it cause the same type of burnout we saw in the second quarter when it came to the half, and will St. Stephen's be able to capitalize the same way and bring the lead down even more? Although the lead is significantly more than it was at the end of the first quarter, they might not be able to come back, or if they put 10 in the game a little bit longer and give it to her and run some plays towards her, get her open, get her a few shots, she could be able to bring it to within a 1 point or a 1 possession or 2 possession game, and it could become a lot closer than the Maroon want it to be.
I totally agree, Jay. I mean, she's not even in the 5 going back on the court right now, and I think that she's just being heavily slept on by the Saints. It's hard to ignore when one of your players has more than half of your points.
100%, but can't question the coaching decisions of the St. Stephen's Agnes coach. Many years of experience. Nisha Roy will inbound the ball for the Maroon.
And the Maroon are operating in bonus again after a long string of fouls from the Saints.
The Maroon also only have 1 foul to give before the bonus. And a shot clock violation for the Maroon. Don't know if it was supposed to reset after the timeout. Coach Reed making an appeal.
I don't know if the Maroon knew that the shot clock was so low there.
Definitely a little bit of miscommunication. Could cost them some points here. St. Stephen's inbounds the ball. The Maroons still pressing.
Big crossover there by number 20. She loses the ball a little bit, gives it to number 12 down low. Number 31 up top, goes for the shot. Just short.
And Kincaid with a physical rebound out to Nisha.
Oh, number 20 steals it there.
Jump ball, that'll go towards the Maroon. And that means, I believe, the possession arrow will switch to St. Stephen's. And it does. St. Stephen's ball.
Number 31 inbounding it here with number 12 down low. I'm going to say they're going to try to get the ball to 2 here.
Typical box inbound play here.
Reminds me of my junior basketball career. We were 10-1, best junior basketball team in history. Just like to give a shout out quickly.
Junior basketball is one of the more exciting teams during the winter.
She'll be fouled there. She goes up for the floater.
So now both St. Stephen's and the Maroon in bonus with 1 minute and 23 remaining in the third quarter. Obviously fouls reset at the end of the quarter, so 2 opportunities here. First is good. That'll cut the lead down to 13. Opportunity to bring it down to 12.
And I would love to see the Saints bring in number 2 and number 10 at the same time. I think they could operate as a good duo, with number 2 being the second leading scorer in this game for the Saints.
100%. Anya Everett checking in for Kincaid Goodwin. Starting 5 back out there for the Maroon.
And speaking of junior basketball, Will Versaghi enters the gym. Last year was the leading scorer and point guard on junior basketball, and now this year is the leading scorer on JV basketball. That really just shows you how we develop players here at Episcopal.
And that makes you wonder, what would it be like losing Will Versaghi? And that could be the same feeling that the Maroon are feeling right now with Genesis Villegas out. As a pass down to Maddie Martinez, she'll go for an easy 2, and it's good.
I love that comparison there, Jay. Capped off with a little cherry on top with the easy 2 for Maddie Martinez.
Minute remaining. Episcopal pressing, triple team, wide open. Driving down number 31, looking for an easy 2.
Ooh, just off, a little strong there. Hard not to go up too strong when you have an open lane like that.
100%, you could overestimate how much you're coming down the court, how fast you're going. Nisha brings it down, gonna slow it down. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 40 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Number 31 pushing her out of bounds there. That was a little aggressive.
Foul called on the Maroon there, it looks. Nancy Chung checking in for Anya Everett. Unsure what's, out of bounds call, sorry. And St. Stephen's will get the ball. Kincaid checking in for Cover, giving a few of the starters a little bit more of a rest as we go into the fourth quarter, trying to prevent the same type of burnout we had in the seconds. 35.7 remaining. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Maroon full press.
Smart substitution there by Coach Reed. Give Anya a little bit of break before the fourth quarter. Number 31 will get trapped in the corner. Oh, Kincaid there getting the ball. Wow, this game is really getting gritty here, Jay.
100%. Definitely a defensive game. Kincaid over 5 steals today. One of the impact players filling in for Genesis Villegas. As Maddie Martinez looks for some easy points here, dishes out to Nancy, up to Kincaid, good ball movement, 4 seconds remaining.
Open lane here. Oh, wow.
Almost goes in. Almost celebrations for the St. Stephen's bench here. As we'll shift over to the fourth quarter. And with that being said, I'd like to give a special thank you to our sports media team. Min on camera, Eliza on camera, Marin on graphics. I'm joined by Brady Hopkins, play-by-play, and Mr. Biondi, faculty, advisor, and
Shout out to Margie there on the director's board. We couldn't see her over the wall.
and of course Coach David, who's the facilitator of this program, along with all of the first half camera operators and director. Very gracious for their support in helping us run this program, as 20 seconds separates us from the fourth quarter.
And then a final thank you to Jay Sigler, my analyst here.
Of course, thank you, B-Hop. 10 seconds remaining. Episcopal making adjustments, getting a little bit of rest. I'm curious to see here if we're still going to see this press. I personally, with a 14-point lead, wouldn't force it too much because I've seen St. Stephen's struggle a little bit with getting the ball up and down the court, just in general, without that kind of pressure. So I'm wondering if we draw back, we go into more of a zone or a man-to-man offense. Will you be able to save some of that energy and keep yourselves from burning out like you did in the second quarter and came dangerously close to allowing a momentum shift and a swing of several points to bring St. Stephen's back into this game?
I think you make a great point there, Jay. I think the Maroons just need to slow it down, control the game, and keep their lead, not worry about pressing.
100%. Definitely slow down their offensive possessions as well. It's Cover with the ball here.
Love to see a little bit of a comeback from the Saints here in this quarter, just to keep it interesting.
100%. Block from St. Stephen's.
By the center, number 12, showing off her height.
One of the two bigs, pillars of this St. Stephen's defense. Joined by 31.
Gritty duo.
100%. Passing to Maddie.
Cover out wide. Three!
And that's good. That's the second three for the Maroon. 2 in the second half. 32-15 now. The Maroon up by 17. And the Maroon still pressing. Still putting the pressure on St. Stephen's. And it works there. And the ball will go back to the Maroon into Nisha.
That was a real statement there from Cover, just putting the period on this sentence for the Saints.
Seemingly telling the Saints it's game over with 7 minutes remaining.
Giving it to Kincaid there. Maddie out wide. 3, just a little far. Cover getting the ball back.
Another second chance opportunity for the Maroon. And squandered, throwing it away. Miscommunication. Thought Anya was going to cut out. She cut in. It's okay. Vicky Apia checking in for Kincaid Goodwin. Still full court press for the Maroon. Probably going to draw a play to get number 20, their point guard, open.
I agree. And Jay, I know we've talked about it a few times in this game, but where is number 10, you know?
Definitely an impact player. Number 10 and number 2 on the court at the same time could be a lethal duo.
A little bit of an overreach there for number 2 on her pass, trying to get it down low to number 15.
Overestimating 15's height there, as the Maroon will get the ball back. 6:55 remaining. Nisha bringing the ball up the court. Looking to use all 30 seconds of each possession, I would say. The Maroon really need to slow it down and try and force as much time off the clock as possible. Just chew clock constantly.
Floater here by Cover. Offensive rebound by Vicky Apia. Oh, you got number 31 wide open down low, seeing if you can get it. Oh man, you just can't miss those. But put right back in by number 2. She has been the offensive MVP in this second half.
Yeah, they have a similar way of breaking the press, as did the Maroon boys varsity team recently against one of their opponents, where they put Ethan Apurgis, the physical center, the physical big, down low, and threw the ball out to him whenever they got a rebound, and he was able to get several easy points. I wonder if they'll employ that same strategy with 31 and 12.
Anya with it up top on the elbow, driving down, fouled.
Almost another and 1 there for Anya. 1 second remaining on the shot clock. definitely soaking up more time here as the game comes to a close and silence falls across the gym for Anya Everett's foul shots. 2 at the line.
2. Just a little right there from Everett.
Misses the first. The Maroon now, believe, 9 for 12.
Saints taking out their starting point guard, number 20. Big pass there from number 31 and number 2, driving down the court looking for an open. Stolen there by Nisha. Saints running back on defense. I think we're seeing a little sense of hustle from the Saints that I would have loved to see in the first quarter. They've been gritty all game, but the sense of hustle and the need to win wasn't that apparent in the first half.
Definitely the pressure was put on them by their coach.
Ooh, stolen by number 2.
In the second half talk.
Ooh, that was just almost in. Number 2 is really doing everything she can to get back in this game for the Saints.
I wonder if the morale boost from getting several points in that third quarter is what the St. Stephen's needed to get back in this game, as they were very limited in the first half. If that plays a factor, as Maddie Martinez will get the ball there. Full court press. St. Stephen's mimicking the Maroon, but can't get the steal though. Anya Everett with the ball.
Pulls it out. Giving it to Maddie. Giving it to Anya on the free throw line. Offensive rebound by Nancy Chung, and she'll be fouled.
That'll be 2 shots for Nancy Chung. 12 with the foul. 2 fouls for St. Stephen's, a much cleaner quarter for their standards. Misses the first, Nancy Chung. Maroon now 10 for 14. 10 for 15. She misses the second, and that'll be Episcopal ball as St. Stephen's tipped it out of bounds. Cover will inbound it for the Maroon. And it's tipped once again. Maddie Martinez with the save.
Amazing hustle there by Maddie Martinez as she flies into the bench, almost hitting a nice-looking grandma.
Be back-to-back fouls here on both possessions. Vicky Apia with the foul. The Maroons' first of this quarter, 33-17. And number 2 with another 2 opportunities at the line. St. Stephen's, or the Maroons, sorry, only sending 2 players down low for the rebound. So number 2 makes her first. It's now 33-18.
Swish.
Maroon now sending in 2 more players for the rebounds. Cover talking to Coach Reed, possibly a play. Defensive switch up.
2 for 2 there from number 2. Very fitting for her number. And I would love to see the Maroons sub in Maggie, as she has not played all game.
Recovering from an illness, Maggie Harden might not be able to play today, but is suited up. Curious to see why she isn't in the game yet. A use of those fresh legs might be needed come the end of this fourth quarter. So each member of this team has to work especially hard to break this St. Stephen's press.
Anya showing her athleticism there. She leaps up to grab the ball while they're trying to break the press. Saints running a 2-3 zone here.
4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this game. Possession arrow towards St. Stephen's.
Give it to Nisha up top. Turnover by number 2, and I mean, wow, you can really just see the effect that she's had on this game. Wow, with the offensive rebound.
Just doing everything for St. Stephen's right now. The Maroon used every little bit of the shot clock they could on the last possession. Chewing clock.
Oh.
As the St. Stephen's cannot get a shot to go down, as Cover will bring it down.
Getting a little physical there from number 2. Ball back for the Saints.
No call there from the refs. 3 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. 33-19, the Maroon up. 2 fouls for St. Stephen's. They have 2 more fouls to give if they wished to bring this game a little bit closer in the closing seconds to stop time. St. Stephen's ball under the maroon basket. The Maroons still choosing to do that full court press. Is it worth the energy expenditure?
Oh, wow, and a 2 almost goes in there.
For St. Stephen's, Nisha bringing the ball back up for the Maroon. Out to Maddie.
Kincaid looking for it in the corner. Giving it to Anya down low. Pass to Vicky Pia, easy up and down.
2 more points for the Maroon, 35-19 now. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. St. Stephen's hurrying it up, looking for easy points. Driving the lane is number 2. Quick shot. No good.
Gotta say, I gotta love number 2's effort here, trying everything she can to bring it back for the Saints.
She did create a little opportunity for herself there. Driving the lane as if she was going to take that easy layup, but then stops in the middle of the paint, almost like Ben Edmonds likes to do, in order to give herself a little bit of space and a little bit of time to take a shot.
Great comparison there, Jay.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. 35-19, 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. Timeout called by Miss Reed. Now, St. Stephen's only has 1 foul to give before the Maroon are in bonus.
I must say, I'm in no rush for this game to end, as after this I have to go to a Spanish play for 3 hours.
Definitely one of the more exciting opportunities that Episcopal offers as a flex block. Each class leaves campus to go on a flex experience around DC.
Our own faculty advisor to sports media, Mr. Biondi, leads the class Page to Stage, which I'm currently in, where you go and see a play, and then you read about it and write a report and a review on the play that you've watched.
That definitely sounds exciting. Currently in Miss Reed's English class, we are reviewing the work of Sula book and Lemonade, the album by Beyonce.
Gotta love Queen Bee.
Definitely exciting. 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Cover-Dixon will inbound the ball to Nisha Roy. And St. Stephen's abandoning their press. And
I don't like that move from them, Jay. It's kind of a sign of giving up.
Well, with, I'd say, about 4 timeouts left to give, 1 more foul, they could just try and get that defensive steal on their side of the court, not try to use their superior bench advantage, which I wouldn't understand, but each coach has their own coaching strategy. We will see if it works out. If it doesn't, Nisha with the ball now.
Strong defense there from number 13.
Exemplifying what they need.
Wow, nice shot there from Maddie.
And miscommunication between the 2 players down low, number 12 and number 31, on that shot there, both looking at the same person, both guarding the same player, and unable to pick up Anya Everett as she went down low and got that easy 2, bringing the Maroons lead up to 18.
Miss Reed with some advice there for Nisha on breaking the press.
Definitely crucial.
Travel there for number 13.
Momentum killer for St. Stephen's. They need to be able to use every single possession they have to score. And Maggie Harton checking in for the Maroon. Number 4, Cover Dixon, checking out. Maddie Martinez will inbound the ball.
Maggie looking excited to be in the game. Number 13 over there on the left.
Maggie on her last time
Here
out.
she is handling the ball. Let's see if she can do something with it here.
Maggie in her last opportunity scored 2 threes against Madeira with her opportunity.
Still, number 2 hustling, doing everything she can.
Putting the team on her back.
Absolutely, Jay.
And that'll be another foul, I believe, or a violation on the Maroon for kicking the ball. So it'll be St. Stephen's ball and number 11 in for St. Stephen's. Still no number 10. And number 2 looking for a shot here. Makes space and gets an easy 2.
Great shot there from number 2, shortening the lead to 16.
Definitely they needed more of that though, as their press almost works there, but Maddie Martinez breaks through.
Fortunately, seems a little too late for a comeback for the Saints. Think the Maroon might take this one home. What do you think, Jay?
I agree, not enough hard defense. The Maroon have just been able to use up every second on their shot clock. 6 seconds remaining. They'll bring it down to about a minute and 10 seconds if they use every last second on the clock, which they probably will. They've done it the past few possessions. St. Stephen's unable to force turnovers. It's been the story of this game. Little rebounds for St. Stephen's, little points for St. Stephen's, not enough open opportunities for St. Stephen's. Even without Genesis Villegas, Episcopal still able to dominate in the paint, beyond the arc, and from mid-range.
Great points there. Number 31 will come out, 21 being her replacement. Now number 14 going in. Seems the Saints are putting in their bench here.
Giving their starters a little bit of a rest. Adjustments to make in the off-season for sure. Episcopal likely going to go face Holton Arms, the higher seeded matchup. 1 second, and the Maroon will take a shot clock violation there. The clock will run a little bit longer, minute and 8 seconds, although does not really matter at this point, unfortunately. St. Stephen's will take the ball down, number 13, looking for something.
Giving the ball there to number 14, driving in. Gives it number 11. Oh, great shot there. Wow, she could be the future.
An eruption from the St. Stephen's crowd here and the St. Stephen's bench. Their first points of this quarter. As of late in this quarter, they've been in a scoring drought for the past 3 minutes. Their last points by number 2. And
Saints needed more of number 11 in this quarter.
100% number 11, number 2, number 10. All players that could have made an impact in this game. 8 seconds remain on the shot clock. And Maggie Harden will take, steal from St. Stephen's there.
Wide open lane.
The Maroon will leave it open for her to get the ball back. Running clock. And a timeout called by St. Stephen's.
He'll come in number 10 and number 23. Wow, the bench is really fired up for number 11 there.
Celebrations for 11. 12.1 seconds remaining. A 1 minute timeout called by St. Stephen's. That'll be one of their last timeouts of this game.
Number 11, Sly Miller, the senior.
As we come close to the end of this game, is a 12-point game coming ever so closer. The Maroon talking it over with Miss Reed. Just trying to control this one to its end. No press from St. Stephen's, as the Maroon will likely dribble it out here. Kincaid will inbound the ball to Nisha Roy.
18 seconds here left in the game. Jim's gone silent. Clock's winding down.
12.1. Correction on the clock. They to adjust it. And Nisha Roy will bring the ball down onto the Maroon side of the court. St. Stephen's will play the defense. Will it matter though? And they'll begin to push on Nisha Roy as she tries to dribble the ball out here. Knock the ball out a little bit, and she'll hold it, and that'll be it. The Maroon win 37-25 in a tough matchup, physical matchup. They'll shake hands here. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jay Sigler, your analyst. It's Brady Hopkins on EHS Live.
Thank you for joining us as the Maroon will move on to the next round of the ISL playoffs. I hope to see you for the next one in the spring.